Hey guys, this is Josh with the first small group prompt video of the fall 2019. The elders asked if this year I would make some videos that would be going deeper off of the sermon series just to help our small groups out. And each week I'm going to have a special guest with me. And this week it's sweet Jenna Bundy, so welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so Jenna and I are here for just a few minutes because Nana has baby Ari, and then we get to go on a quick date, and then we're going home to him.
Yes.
So Jenna's got an icebreaker and one going deeper question, and I've got a couple questions for you. Today's sermon text was Mark chapter 1, verses 21 to 34, and in it, Jesus heals a person with an unclean spirit at the synagogue in the middle of their church service, and then he goes to Peter's home and heals Peter's mother-in-law, and then lots of people show up at the door at night, and he heals them too. So that's the text that you can read and then go through these questions. So what's your icebreaker for us, Jenna?
So since today is one of the first days that actually feels like fall, I wanted to have you guys just discuss what are some of your favorite fall things to do as a family and kind of what are the activities that are on your fall fun list.
All right, so fall fun list, go. And you can pause the video here if you want to discuss it, or you could just watch the whole video ahead of time and pick out the questions you want to use later. Okay, so for our going deeper questions from the sermon, the first one is this. Today we saw that Jesus is not just a pure rebel. He shows up at synagogue and he's at worship with the people. He's not throwing everything out. But he's also not a blind loyalist. He is going to change everything about what it means to love God and love people. So the question is, in our congregational life today, how do we find that same sweet spot of following Jesus where we're not rebels throwing everything out and throwing the whole system away, but we're also not just blindly following tradition? What does that look like, and how do we learn to do it? Okay. The second question?
Yeah, so the second question is, when we read this passage, what are some of the characteristics that we see of Jesus in this passage that we can emulate in our day-to-day lives? So an example would be like his compassion towards the people that he is healing. So what are some of those characteristics that Jesus is just demonstrating that we can actually apply and grow in our day-to-day lives?
Okay, and the last one we've got for you today is this. The people in Jesus' synagogue worship time express awe. They're amazed at his teaching and at his power. But the text doesn't say anything about their faith. And so the question is, what is the frontier between somebody believing in the truth about what Jesus has done and someone learning to believe in the Christ? What does it look like when somebody goes from just an awe of God to actually being loyal to him and loving him? What does it look like? When did it happen for you? How do you know that it happened? Okay, that's what we've got for today. We love you guys. Next week, or 2 weeks from now, I'll be back with another guest. So have a great small group. Bye.
Bye.